Hello and welcome back to the Impression Wiz channel. I'm your host, the Impression Wiz, and welcome back to Monster Prom. It's been a while since we've played this game. You can tell that the music is actually different again after some updates, and that's about the only change you can see so far. But there's new things in the gallery, but that's nothing to really worry about at the moment. So let's get to it. One player, going to do second term. And this time around, I'm only going to do a short game. But I'm going to skip to just choosing a player. I honestly like Brian the best. One of my more favorites out of them all. We don't need to get introduced to all of them. We know all of them, so... And let's just skip to the questions. Skip all the beginning parts, because we already know about that. We want to get to the nitty-gritty of the coolest reality show would be. Okay. 12 experts on the various arts of seduction live in a house, or live in a house, where they must face a common challenge, seducing a potato into marriage, somehow. The Potato, Season 6? People in positions of power must face all sorts of questions relevant to their field, and if they fail, they lose their jobs, and society wins. I mean, that's actually slightly fitting for things right now, you could say. I'm not saying specifically who or what. Do not add that in the comments, because... You know what? I'm gonna say it'd be funny to watch people try to seduce a potato. Just to... Yeah. Fuck. Okay. That is not a picture I thought I would see tonight. Seeing a dolphin... Yeah. If you had to have sex with an animal, which animal would it be? No one can make me fuck an animal. If I fucked an animal, it'd be of my own free will. As a matter of fact, I already fucked an animal, so the joke's on you, pal. A dolphin. They're the only other animal that fucks just for pleasure. So at least we can both do our best to have a good time, right? A purebred horse. At least I can keep his semen and sell it. It's worth a lot. Who said there's no silver lining to bestiality? I'm gonna go with the dolphin one this time. If you were a product, what would be your slogan? Be ready for a long trip together. Too expensive for you. You won't understand me, and that's how you know I'm cool. Extra flammable. Buy me, I'm good. I command you to enjoy me. I like that last one. I command you to enjoy me. Okay, that's Miranda. That actually makes a lot of sense. What's the sexiest type of knowledge a lover can have? How to make a killer cocktail out of anything? How to set stuff on fire? An accurate approximation of all fictional creatures' genitalia? A bachelor's in engineering? Sport things? Or obscure 80s movie trivia? It's kind of a tie between these two, just because they sound both... Well, this one's hilarious, but sadly I probably am that one in real life. Yeah, I'm gonna do the one that would be most to my real life thing. You know what? I might go for Liam this time around, because why not? I just made that executive decision for this video right now. And hopefully that happens in this video. And
sure.
I don't have to split it between two videos, because that was not my goal. Let's see. First day. Auditorium, classroom, library, outdoors, gym, or bathroom. Right now my money is low. Oh, my boldness and creativity are lower than that, though. Let's go to the bathrooms where I can raise my boldness. But I don't know if that's what I need to raise for Liam. I don't know the stats for all of the characters, or what all the characters need for certain stats. So that day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I always make that joke. I like how he's fixing his jacket. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging in the bathrooms. You give 0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. You see Liam talking to Miranda. Miranda looks confused, and Liam looks frustrated. Uh-oh.
Yuck!
But I simply do not understand this art you are describing. You say that the art is a piece, you say that the art piece is a bathroom? No. For the 100th time, the art piece is the experience of going to the bathroom, thinking it's an art piece. I don't understand what he's going for, but okay, maybe he'll explain. The artist purposely gave the room number of the bathroom as the room number for the exhibit. Even though there was a whole room full of his paintings elsewhere in the building. It was revolutionary. It certainly seems very complicated. Honestly, yeah. Personally, I prefer the exoplanet sculptures of the Altinian 5th Dynasty. You know, the man in the moon, the face on Mars, all of Pluto, art on such a grand scale. Pluto's a planet.
So mainstream.
That's not art. That's populism at its worst. Well, I don't think that bathroom business sounds like art. But how are we supposed to discuss art if we can't even agree on what it is? Oh, if someone would come along and provide a satisfying definition of art, I would be so pleased. I guess that'll be me. You've got this, no problem. It's so simple. Art is a method for making worthless things into very expensive things, or art isn't art unless it makes you feel bad feelings inside. I'm already going to probably go for this one since I think I'm going for Liam, and I think that's the one for Liam.
Cool.
Precisely. This is why, for example, Da Vinci's The Mona Lisa is not art, whereas getting a piano dropped on your head is. But Liam, doesn't feeling bad make you feel good? I messed that one up. My God, you're right. But if art is only art when it gives me bad feelings, and my bad feelings immediately become good feelings, then true art is that art gives me good feelings, which then becomes bad feelings. But that means I've been liking the wrong things this entire time.
I'm out.
Curse you both. Well, I got a heart for him, but I wasn't very creative or charming. Liam disappears into a cloud of purple smoke. You lose 2 charm and 1 creativity. But I did get a heart for him, so maybe that's some hope there. Maybe.
Sure.
Let's visit Liam. Big surprise if I'm going for Liam. But I love Scott too. He's just the big dumb guy. I love it. You find Liam taking a picture of his food and Scott taking a picture of also Liam's food. Ha. Yes, Scott, snap away. My artistic plating is too magnificent to ignore. Artistic what? I'm playing Pokemon's Go, the mobile version of the hit Pocket Humans video game. What do Pocketmans have to do with my food pic? There's a level 43 Bernard Henson hanging out in the middle of your plate. Here, take a look. Scott, why does your phone show a tiny human doing pottery on top of my eggplant ravioli? You mean you don't know Bernard Henson? He used to be a chartered accountant, but now he decided to pursue his dreams of being a world-famous potter. That major life change has made him super rare. Pocket humans almost never follow their dreams. Well, I don't care how rare he is. His presence is spoiling my pristine food pick. Spoiling it? But pocket humans are way cooler than a boring old food pick. You take that back. Uh-oh, tempers are running a little high. Looks like it's up to you to settle this dispute. Scott's right, Liam. Why take a normal cliched food pick when you can take a food pick of Scott's capturing a Pokemon off your food pick? Scott, look over there. There's a Stuart Hogarth on the top of that pile of mashed potatoes. I think this is the one to get him, like, for Liam. Stuart Hogarth! The strongest accountant type Pokemon in the game? What does it even mean to be a strong accountant? Is he, like, really good at math? No, he's just super buff. He's the buffest accountant. I've got to have him. I'm sorry if I blew your ears out on that. I was not meaning for that. Scott bounds across the cafeteria and practically dives into Gary Gremlin's mashed potatoes, looking for a Pokemon to capture. Do you think he actually knows how to play Pokemons Go? Or do you think he just likes diving into people's food? The two of you debate the question while you help Liam line up the perfect food pick. Later, he lines up some very hot pics of you. And there's Papyrus, for some strange reason.
Sure.
Sure. Let's see. I need creativity, but the shopkeep gal is there, and I don't want to buy anything. So it's either charm or money. Going to the D4. If it's odd, I'll go get the money. If it's even, I'll go do charm. Guess I'm going for money. That day you spent some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain +2 money. Awesome. Later, you see Liam rolling his eyes at his phone. You ask him what's up before he can roll them right out of his head. I'm having trouble with my status on Facebook. I express a positive opinion about bug manicures, which I obviously meant ironically. Yeah. And now my so-called friends are responding with blatantly unironic pictures of themselves with centipedes glued to their nails. I know being aloof and misunderstood is my brand, but I want to be misunderstood on my terms, not theirs. What kind of status could I post that would be idiot-proof? Flat out post that everyone's currently reading the status as an idiot? Vague blog for your life. Oh. I don't know what kind of choice this is. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go with that one.
Not bad.
Hey. Hey. That worked. Thank you. Now there's an idea. Being straightforward is so obvious that it's obscure. When the last when's the last time anyone's actually said that they were thinking of a fellow being? It's revolutionary. My God. Sincerity is such a rare commodity. Perhaps they'll even assume I'm being ironic. I can say anything. I like bubblegum country. I wish I could get away with wearing pink leggings. I think conventionally attractive people are hot. Are things I would say sincerely if they were true? Which, I mean, whatever. You know what? You're getting Liam for his birthday. You gain +2 creativity and one smart. Blah, blah, blah. Hey.
Sure.
Sure. And now it's between creativity and charm. Well, it's also between boldness and fun, but... So, I rolled the D4 again. Odd for creativity, even for charm. It came up even. So. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspiring speech that fuels your team's spirit. Tavros and Nepeta were watching closely, and so was Papyrus for some reason. Yeah. Leading to a spectacular comeback. You are clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you to lecture you on Instagram filters. What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see. That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all my photos. Infinite taupe. Whatever. It's also probably why I have only 6 Instagram followers, but we must all make sacrifices for our art. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot I simply must document. As soon as Liam's gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning vent. Goodness, the situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular Again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Why, yes, of course you are part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my service all the time. I'm kind of more curious on why we're trying to make him popular again. Yeah. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular Again? Well, he's been alive for like centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. Well, that's nice to think of that, I guess. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more Instagram followers. I took the liberty, blah, 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 I can't read, of having my royal spies discover the password to his account so we can give it a total makeover. If I could actually read. Blah. Or talk. But what to do? Use his account to post a bunch of porn and bomb recipes? Or pay 1 million homeless people to follow Liam on Instagram? I don't know what to do here. Fingers crossed. Damn it. What is porn? Never mind. If you suggest it, it must be something very classy and suitable. Porn your heart out. What have I done? With Miranda's blessing, you soon transform Liam's feed into a cavalcade of nice boobs and deadly explosives. That's a bomb pair. I'm not even gonna finish that. Oh gosh, what have I done? All seems to be going well. People are liking his pics in droves. When you see Liam being led through the halls in handcuffs, don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. Encouraging acts of violence? I just post pictures of my food under opaque brown filters. It's just figurative violence against the status quo, not actual violence. So what if my profile says, come for the bootleg pornography, stay for the domestic terrorism? It's clearly ironic. Oh, and if I was going to be wrongly incarcerated by the state, I would have at least liked some warning so I could fix my makeup. This is the worst day of my practically infinite lifespan. What have I done? Oh, -2 money and -1 creativity. There, yep, that makes a lot of sense. The cops eventually release Liam in exchange for teen fashion advice, but you spend the rest of the week covering your digital tracks. Oh. I don't think
sure.
this is going to be a good run. Where's Liam? He's over here. Here we go. We found Liam bending over his burrito with intense concentration. He obviously taking a food pic for Instagram. He channels the silent energy of the moon. Zoe is right behind him, peeking over his shoulder and giggling. She channels the giggling energy of the moon.
Oh, hey!
Liam, the pic is all wrong. Tell the burrito to smile with its eyes and make its cheese look less melty. And add a filter. Filter more. Filter again. Why must I constantly be disrupted while taking my refined food pics? No one understands my superior sense of frame. Maybe because that's my phone you're using? A fair point, but my phone is charging. What am I supposed to do with this food in the cafeteria at lunchtime? Eat it? I think not. You purple dork. I'm just saying that if you wanted to reach true levels of Tex-Mex beauty, you should add this sticker of Jimin to your food pic. Nothing says good taste like pasting the face of a K-pop superstar next to a high school burrito. Pure yeah. For a moment, all three of you just admire the Jimin sticker. Liam shakes it off and regains his composure. Let's agree to disagree. Timeless horror. Or, let's just put Jimin in your dumb food pack! Stop it. Quick, fix this burrito Instagram K-pop emergency. What if we use the Jimin sticker where he's contemplating the existential non-extent of death, meaninglessness, and the void? True K-pop fans should know that Jimin's favorite food is enchiladas, and his second favorite food is leaving Liam alone.
OMG!
Hey, I did it. I'm so glad you told me. How could I have missed this on the forums? Zoe starts blogging an earnest warning to all the other K-pop fans on the internet to leave Liam alone. This gets her into a bit of a fandom trouble because the diehard Jimin fans all know that Jimin's favorite food is papayas and his second favorite food is being sexy. You think you see Liam smile just a tiny bit for a second, but you could have just been he could have been just licking a fang. He takes his food pic, It gets no faves on Instagram, and that's just the way Liam likes it. Oh, how badly am I going to mess up
Sure.
Liam's life now? Creativity, here we go. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad for high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Oh my, I have 3 6s in there. Oh boy, okay. You hang out afterwards to impress Liam with your sweet Instagram filters. You're really making some headway.
Greetings, my love.
You! No. Never fear, bored teens. I am here to rescue you from your drudgery of high school. From the drudgery of high school. I suppose your heart's in the right place, but I'm afraid there's no experience novel enough to conquer my limitless ennui. I'm sorry if that was not how that's pronounced. Not even marrying an interdimensional prince? No, not even that. What about marrying an interdimensional prince? Ironically. My god, it's so disruptive. It may be the most disruptive thing ever. No, it seems the prince has bewitched Liam with his idiotic proposal. All is lost unless you can think of something even more disruptive to marry. A unicorn with a toilet on its head, or the concept of marriage itself. You know what? I'm going to leave it to chance on this one. The top one is even, the bottom one is odd. It was a 2. Don't be ridiculous. Yes, I'm glad we agree. Now,
So
marrying a toilet
mainstream.
unicorn isn't disruptive. It's already been done. I like the look on his face. What? Wait, are you saying that you, as an interdimensional prince, aren't up to date on disruptive ironic marriages? I wasn't aware it was an important field of study. You weren't aware? Unbelievable. I'm surrounded by posers.
I'm out.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to marry something truly disruptive, like a tub of cottage cheese, or a mime. Liam leaves you and the prince in his vampiric dust. There went my creativity again. The prince looks devastated, but you don't feel half as sorry for him as you do for yourself. And there went my smarts too, so...
Sure.
How smart I am today. Let's go back. Raise it up again. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You also lose 3 years of your life as your end of the deal. But who cares? They weren't happening in-game anyway. Liam stalks past you backstage, pretending to talk to himself, but clearly speaking for your benefit.
Welcome to Leon Day Lion Court.
Oh, the tangled tribulations of the committed iconoclast. The talent show is a fascist monument to misguided ego and public spectacle. Blah. The dignified thing would be to sit out in the event and protest. But that's what everyone expects me to do. Therefore, I must participate. The question is how? How do I foreground my native artistic talent while simultaneously making plain my utter contempt for the event. Liam pauses his monologue to give you an opportunity to interject. Any ideas? 13 minutes of judgmental steering, or a live mashup of whoever's Rite of Spring and the theme song from the Ninja Turtles. Honestly, I like this one, so I'm choosing it. Hey, and it was the right one this time. Awesome. What a terrible idea. I love it. I mean, it's okay. Love is a plebeian emotion. Just like hate and fear and liking things. I only feel German emotions. Schadenfreude. Well, I'm not going to try and read both of them, or all of them. Anyway, I have to go download the Ninja Turtle theme song now. Obviously, I already have Stravinsky. And, thanks, I guess. Oh, he's blushing. I did good this time. Hey, my charm isn't too bad either. Oh. You guess that's about as good as you're gonna get from Liam. Yeah, because I've messed up a couple times already.
Sure.
These two again somehow. You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you typing on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you so mad at it? You seem to be an 8.5 on the frowny Liam scale. The what? The frowny Liam scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of doodles of Liam's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I specifically asked that my creative creme brulee be extra crispy, so it truly popped in my hashtag massacre Instagram filter. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into when they choose to eat at this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment. And so I'm writing a scathing Yelp review. Liam, you can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited store of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. I roll definitely in there. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they would have been better at their jobs. I am simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop! Your royal sophistication shines through. Ask Brian. His tastes may tend towards the mainstream, but surely he can see the subpar cafeteria must be exposed. What's funny is he's a zombie, so that is pretty mainstream. That his craving is brains. And his name is Brian, too, so haha. Don't be ridiculous. Brian is surely more compassionate than that, and would gladly help me save the cafeteria. Again? Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Liam, one lone voice simply cannot shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer reward-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodical. Excellent idea. I figured that one was going to be for him. I am an incredible, intelligent, compassionate person with tons of humility. More than enough to admit when a professional's help may be of use to me. You think you have the most humility? You shall never be as humble as I am. Every day my servants tell me I am the most humblest person ever to live. I mean, with how she talks sometimes, I'm surprised I don't have a big red mark on my forehead of facepalming sometimes. But she's also adorable, so it kind of evens out. Miranda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazingly incredible genius plan. You're super humble, too. Yeah. You use your magnificent calligraphy skill you picked up in your elective class, Calligraphy and Murder, to write 5 letters chock full of aesthetic. Liam produces a delicate white dove from his back pocket. How is it breathing in there? And gives it to the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing, the fact that Liam trusts that the dove will be able to read the address to deliver the letters, or the fact that the addresses he wrote down were just their emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the dove's release, you receive your first reply on your phones. Ah, I knew the exquisite Jacques Anavour would have enthusiasm for our plight, thus his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message. Though the calligraphy is quite impressive, I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I give you when you ask me to write a review on the cuisine cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know how you got a dove to find where I live based on my email address, but stop contacting me. Most lovingly yours, the great and humblest food critic, Jacques, whatever his name is. Oh, Brian, nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other. Heck yeah, we have each other! For prom, hopefully? At the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow that dove sometime and send anthrax to your enemies. Just by their emails. Best dove
Sure.
ever. And I guess the last one I'll do is library. Managing your start kicker. I'm not going to read the whole one because I think I've read it before, but you deceive lots of people with a sensational video and impossible promises. Nice. Fantastic. Jelly butt. Okay. 2 money. You look over your shoulder and realize Liam has been staring at you for probably the last 45 minutes. He's so silent. Hey, I was just wondering if you would like to perhaps sit next to me in a large, darkened room while silently passing judgment on a popular film. And afterwards we could adjourn possibly to an eating establishment where I can watch and take artistic photos as you consume calories. Well, of course you would. You would absolutely love to. Oh boy. Are you two going on a date? What? No. What are you even doing here? Eavesdropping. But what do you mean it isn't a date? Aren't you asking Brian out to dinner and a movie? I'm not asking out anyone. And it is not a date. Dating is a cheesy, cliched artifact of heteronormative maniculture. Blah. Well, if it's not a date, what is it? Damn, coach, if you can't convince Liam this isn't a date, he may not go out with you at all. You think fast and tell them it's not a date, it's a date, wink. Or it's performance art. Liam forgot to tell you we'll be wearing duck costumes the whole time. You know what? I'm going to leave this one to the die. It might be my biggest mistake here, but here we go. Top one is even, bottom one is odd. And it's even. Oh! 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 Oh. But what is the difference between a date and a date? Wink. Isn't it obvious? The former is sincere, whereas the latter is dripping with irony. Oh, okay. I think I understand. So this date, will there be hand-holding? No, but there will be hand-holding. But what about long, loving looks? Only if the long, loving looks you mean long, loving looks. And will there be any fooling around? Yes. Well, this is all too complex and intellectual for an old were-tiger like me. You won't go on and enjoy your definitely not a date. Wink. Liam gains a deep newfound respect for Coach. And for you. You have a very good time on your date. Liam even buys you popcorn. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm. I love that one. That was good. That was good. Just all the air quotes, basically.
Welcome to Leon Day Lion Court.
Of course I'm asking him out. That's the whole
sure.
point of what I was doing here. You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. You and me?
So
That'd be so
mainstream.
predictable. Don't be a fool. Also, right now, I only date blue inanimate objects. Don't harass me with your narrow mind, and please respect my sexual preferences.
Are you serious?
It's because I messed up earlier with the Miranda one earlier thing. Yeah. It seems pretty bleak, but you're a natural fighter, so you fought. For the right to marry your own hand, since that seemed like your last chance to at finding love. Yay. Well, I'm over 400. This was long due. Most likely to devour his own children to survive. Well, that's nice. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was wonderful. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. Calculester led a robot uprising, but it was like a nice uprising. They didn't riot or kill people, they just politely asked to have more rights and equal pay. Everything was fine until monsters led a rebellion to kill all robots because they were rude robo-racists. But everything ended up just fine because Calculester traveled back in time and took care of it. Okay. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything till one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. For those 3 weeks, the monster prom seemed larger than life. And then it was gone, just like that. The battle for monster prom might have ended then, but there was plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Well, that was that. I failed at Liam's thing again. Whoop-de-doo. Oh. I will say, I do think it'd be very fun when the next game comes out, Monster Camp. I have seen it on Steam that it's almost out, but it's still like in the developing stage and whatnot. But I really am excited for that one to come out. But I can't promise that I'll be any good at that one, since I'm still not very good at this one, apparently. Oh well. Well, at some point though. Oh boy. To the many TV shows that inspired us too. I do like how a lot of things have like stage prop or cardboard or something like that, or dragon. Well, I hope you guys actually enjoyed me trying to actually do Liam's route in this one, because I think I've tried it before, but again I've failed. But oh well, I tried. Hey, six new things. Oh well. But anyway, if you liked the video, please put a like on the video. If you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything I upload. And as always, I will see you next time.